Hello, hello. So my name is Crystal Carruthers. If you don't know me already, I am your diamond upline on this team, and our our team is just exploding right now. So I thought I would make a new distributor training video for everybody that I enroll and any of my team enrolls as a new distributor on our team. So um, a little bit about me first. I was a customer for 8 months before I joined the business. I wanted absolutely nothing to do with the business. I thought I didn't have time. I didn't have money. I was too shy. I didn't have many friends. I had every excuse in the book. Um, and I ended up joining just to make a couple hundred or like $100 extra a month to pay for the products I was already using. And now I've been able to completely replace my full-time income, and now I'm a work from home mom with my babies for the rest of my life. So that's really exciting. Um, so congrats to you for getting the $99 and actually taking the leap and joining this business. Now, why I'm making this video for you is I want to show you how you can be successful too, because at first I had no idea what to do, right? So I want to be able to show you, how to be successful in this business and just really work it. So I will be going through 3 things that you need to believe in to be successful. I will be going through the steps to success, which you've probably heard about. And I will also be doing some tips on social media, because a lot of us use social media now. So why not use it to our advantage and make us grow our business even more? So, okay, let's get started. Okay, so 3 things that you want to believe in that you have to believe in to be successful in this business. 1, you have to believe in yourself, okay? You have to believe that you can do this. If you just started and you're not sure if you can do this or not, then let me or whoever sponsored you share that belief from us. Borrow that belief from us. We believe in you, okay? Even if I don't know you, I didn't personally enroll you, I believe in you because I know that anybody can do this business if you really put your heart to it. I didn't know what the heck I was doing at first, and I learned along the way. So I think anybody can do this business, and I believe in you 100%, okay? So believe in yourself. And a good way to do that is through personal development. So they have a lot of different personal development books out there, or audibles if you don't like to read, that really just put your mindset positive. You need to try to be positive in this business and think positively, that you can do this. And 3 books that I like that are amazing for network marketing is Go for No. So that's going to help you get over hearing no's, because you're going to hear no a lot in this business. Like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't have enough money. No, I don't want to join the team. You're going to hear that a lot, and it gets people down. But Go for No teaches you that the more no's that you get, the more yeses you're going to get, right? So the more that you ask people, the more yeses you're end up going to be able to get. So it helps you stay positive when you get those no's. Compound effect is another good one, and then Go Pro. So those are 3 books that I recommend that you start to read or listen to, at least one of them. I would say Go for No, probably the first one, to get your mindset right so you don't get discouraged if you hear no. So number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, believe in the products, okay? So we have an ADBV auto shipment for a purpose. If you don't know yet, ADBV auto shipment is, excuse me, every month to be commission qualified, you have an 80 bonus volume auto shipment. It's basically like $80 auto shipment. And that is for your own products for yourself. If for some reason you cannot afford that, you can have 150 in sales, and then you'll be commission qualified. You don't lose your distributorship if you don't get those. You're still a distributor for a whole year, but you won't get your commissions from the prior month if you don't do that. So the ADBV auto shipment is there for a reason, because in order for us to be successful in this business, we need to use the products, right? They are paying us money instead of, advertising on TV, advertising on billboards, advertising, selling the products in stores. They are paying us instead. They're paying all those advertising costs to us instead. So in order for us to advertise, we have to use the products. We have to be word of mouth. We have to be a product of the product and show people that the products work, right? So the ADBV auto shipment is meant for us to use the products. Now, some people will use the ADBV auto shipment and they'll get a box of wraps and maybe some greens for themselves. They'll sell the 4 wraps, use that $100, and pay for their next auto shipment. So you can get wraps and sell it for wrap cash to be able to afford your auto shipments at first, and that's what a lot of people do, so that's okay. But I'm telling you right now, if you are not using the products, you're not going to be passionate about them. It's going to be harder to talk about them. You're going to feel more like a salesperson trying to sell someone something versus just sharing something with them that has worked for you, that you really enjoy. Once you start using some products yourself, you're going to start believing in the other products because you're going to be like, wow, this works. So, the other products work. And we have different groups where people share their testimonies and stuff like that. So you can, borrow other people's testimonies and get the belief in the products that way too. And another way to believe in the products is wrap people. So they say whoever wraps most wins, right? So, doing parties or doing one-on-ones and wrapping people, the more people you wrap, you're just going to see insane results, and it's going to really put strong belief in in the products, especially the wrap. So, when people say, oh, that don't work, you're going to be like, you can't tell me it doesn't work when I've wrapped like 50 people and one person didn't get results with one wrap. So, it just puts a lot of passion about the products, and it makes it so much easier for you to share them and not feel like you're a salesperson. So number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, believe in the products. And number 3 is believe in the business. Sorry if I play with my hair and whatever, I just talk a lot with my hands. So believing in the business is huge too. So in order for you to believe in the business, my number 1 tip, and you have to do this if you want to be successful, is to stay plugged in. So staying plugged in is being on the weekly calls every night. So when you joined, your distributor or me should have sent you a list of all the weekly calls that we have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday nights. So these are calls on the phone or with our Zoom app where it's like a video call, but you can turn off your video if you don't want to be seen. So these calls are going to be amazing because, 1, you're going to hear different stories from other people that maybe that you can relate to, that like were struggling and had no money, weren't even living paycheck to paycheck, and now they're like a presidential or ambassador diamond making over like $17,000 a month. You're going to hear these stories of people struggling or whatever the case may be, and you're going to be able to relate to that, and you're going to be like, well, if they did it, I can do. And you're going to hear so many of them that you're going to be like, wow, this is real. Like, you're going to hear their stories and what they've been able to do, and you're going to feel like, wow, this business is real, So you're going to start believing in the business. You're going to start having passion for the business. You can start sharing those testimonies with other people. So calls. Also, it's going to give you motivation. We have our team calls, which gives you so many good tips, definitely learning tips. Personal development, always learning is amazing. I'm always on the calls. Events and trainings. So if you're close to any like one team, one missions where you go and it's basically like a big wrap party, you can bring guests, and every single guest that goes ends up wanting to join because I hear everybody's stories and how much money we're making and different more about the products and stuff. So going to that, even if you don't have guests, it's amazing because you're around so many like-minded people, super supportive and positive people. When I first joined, I had like barely any friends, and now I have so many lifelong friends that are super supportive and positive, and it's just completely changed my whole life, like literally. So that, and you always learn something new when you go to, and it always puts a fire in your belly, so calls, events, trainings, and our Facebook groups. So when you joined, you should have been added to a couple different Facebook groups that we have. So make sure that you have notifications set to be able to get notified when there's posts in those groups, because most of the time when people post in those groups, they're really good tips. Or they might have a question that maybe you had a question on that somebody's answering. So make sure to stay plugged in those groups too, because you're going to learn a lot of tips from that. So staying plugged in is huge. You will notice that all of the top leaders in this company are always on the calls. They're always at events. That's not a coincidence. If for me personally, if I did not attend the events and stay on the calls and everything, I don't think I would still be here. Seriously. So make sure you're going to those to stay motivated each week, to get passionate about the business, so you get excited about the business. Your excitement is what sells people a lot of the time. So just super important to stay plugged in. If you're not plugged in, you're probably not going to go many places. So if you can't make it to events, make sure you get on the calls. Make sure you stay in contact with the groups and everything. So there are ways to stay plugged in if you're not near any events or anything. So I can't stress that enough, how super important that is to stay plugged in. Okay, so believe in yourself, believe in the products. Make sure you're buying the products for yourself, to use them for yourself, and make sure that you're believe in the business by making sure that you're being plugged in with everything. So next is steps to success. So the company sets us up to be successful with just 3 simple steps, okay? So, Stephanie and Joel Dunn, who are top income earners in the company, what they do every month is just what our goal is every month. They just do the steps to success every month. So there's no secret formula. Everybody started at distributor. They just do steps to success more than a lot of other people do. So step 1 is to join the party. So you guys already joined the party. But step 1 is also your ADBV auto shipment every month. So this is our goal every single month. A lot of times we don't make it. A lot of times, we might even exceed it. But it's just a goal to look at every single month to try to complete. So step 1, make sure you have your ADBV auto shipment set up to make sure that you get paid and to make sure that you are using the products and being a product of the product. Step 2 is wrap rewards. So this is getting your 4 loyal customers. Now, for every 2 customers that you get as a distributor, you are going to get 1 wrap reward. And a wrap reward is a box of wraps for just $25 instead of $59. So that's amazing. I mean, we get cheaper wraps for every 2 customers that we get. And that $25 box gives us 4 wraps that we can sell at $25 each and make $75 profit, cash right in our pocket. So getting those 4 loyal customers and then getting distributors. So step 3 is to go Ruby, which is an average monthly income of $500 in our company. A lot of people join for an extra $200 to $500. So this is a really awesome rank to get. And to do this, you get 3 team members and then just teach one of them to do steps to success, and they get at least 2 team members, and then you're set up to be Ruby. So I wanted to give you guys some tips on doing these 3 steps. Well, not really your auto shipment, obviously. You know how to buy your own products. But getting customers and distributors. So that's what we do every single month. Try to get 4 customers, 3 distributors. Or more if you can do more. But this is the income producing activities that you want to focus on. Talking to people to get customers and distributors each month. So for getting customers and distributors, I would start off with your warm market. So that's, your close friends and family that you talk to. And number 1, I would do a launch party. So have a little get together at your house where you can share the products with other people. You don't have to have a bunch of products or anything to be able to do your launch party. You can just have your kit, or you can even do it without your kit. You can wrap, whoever wants to wrap, for $25 to help you make that $100 back, right? And this is something that I can help you do if you're if you're like out of state or whatever, we can do it like via Zoom, like a video chat, and I can do the presentation for you. Or if you're close by, then I can come to your house and do the launch party for you, or your distributor that signed you up. So we just sit down, do the presentation, and then you just learn from us. And if you decide that you want to, do more parties, you can start doing more parties, because it's going to help boost your business too. And, we can help you with your first couple parties if you want us to. I was super shy. I actually told my distributor I was never going to do a party. And then once we did the launch party, I was like, hey, I think I might be able to do this, because we get that party pad in our kit. And all you do is just sit down and read through it. You don't have to stand up and be uncomfortable. You can sit on the floor. You just basically read through it. It's so simple. We even have party pad notes in the document section in the eSuite that you can print off and put right here and just read off of it, okay? It's so simple and so duplicatable for our new team members too. So yeah, I was super nervous for my first couple parties, but after that it got a lot easier, and I think a lot of it was because I was using the products, so I wanted to share the products with other people, and I enjoyed talking about them. So doing your launch party is going to get you started with getting your first customers, maybe a distributor too, and it's going to give you some confidence. Now, your launch party, maybe nobody shows up, or 1 or 2 people show up, but that's okay, because that's what happened to me. That's what happened to a couple of my other rock stars on my team. But you can't base your success in this business on one launch party, okay? So you can have another one if you want, or, call up. Another good tip that I say to do is, write down your friends and family and then give them a call. See what products in the catalog that you think that they might be able to use, and say, hey, I just started this new naturally based health and wellness business, and I thought of this product, for example, Confianza, because I know you get stressed out and you have kids or whatever, and you're a stay-at-home mom or something like that. And I was just wondering if you would like to be a product tester for me, and use this product for 90 days and I'll give you my 40% off discount. It's really good to start off with, hey, can you do me a favor? Because then usually they're more likely to say yes. I don't know what it is, if it's a mind trick or what. But just asking if they can help you out by being a product tester, because you need product testers in your business to be able to share testimonies with other people, right? So reaching out to your warm market by asking them to be a product tester, and having your launch party. And then networking. So a lot of people join this business, they talk to their warm market, and like maybe they get 2 customers, maybe a distributor or whatever. And then they're like, well, I don't know who else to talk to. This must not be for me. Nobody wants the products, or nobody wants to join the business or whatever. But what you have to realize is, one, a lot of times it's harder to get our warm market to join or to order from us. And I don't know why that is. Maybe just because we have to prove something to them more. I don't know. But it just tends to be like that for everybody. It's harder. They have to watch us first. So keep that in mind. And 2, this is a network marketing business, okay? So in order for you to be successful, you have to network with other people. Now, trust me, that scared the bejesus out of me, because I used to be extremely shy. There's no way I would be doing a video like this right now, before I joined this business. And I didn't have friends, because I just had a couple friends, and I always had my husband or whatever, and I didn't go out and do much because I was really shy. So, anyway, so we network with other people. So a lot of what I do is on social media, because I'm a little bit more shy. I also do parties. I haven't done parties as much as I did before, because I just had a baby, but I want to get back into doing parties more. So at parties, you're going to meet new people. So, your friend has a party and she has her friends that you don't know. So that's more people that you don't know. You book a party from that party, and then there's more people that you don't know. So that's a good way to network, is doing parties. And parties are a really good way to get customers and distributors pretty quickly, because you can get a couple customers in just 1 hour in a party. So that's a really good way to build your business and get customers and distributors. Let's see. Blitzing is another way to network. It's a little bit harder for me because I'm still kind of shy, but I've gotten used to it. The more you do it, the easier it is. And blitzing is basically just sharing the opportunity or the products with people while you're out and about. So new people, strangers that you don't know. You don't have to like be like, oh, I'm gonna go blitzing today and go to the mall and start handing out like your business cards or something like that. You don't have to do it like that. You can keep it like in your daily life. So like, for example, like with our blitz cards, hold on, let me get one. So in your kit you get a blitz card, right? So this is kind of like a coupon slash business card. So on the front it says, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? It shows what it is, it shows where you can wrap it, and then it says it's affordable, and it says $30, $25. So it's kind of like a coupon, like, you know, if you have this, you can get a wrap for $25 instead of $30. And then it says, ask me how. It's fun, host a party, and try it for free. So it shows people that, you know, if they don't want to pay the $25, they can have a party and they can try it for free. And then on the back, it says this is what it does. And then you can put your contact information here. I just have like those mailing labels, you know, those return address labels. And I just put my information on here and then just stick the label right on. So it's kind of like a coupon. So for example, when you're going through, oh, my battery's getting low. Sorry about that. So when you're going through a checkout line, one second, I have to plug my phone in. So when you're going through like a checkout line and they ask you, hey, do you have any coupons? You're like, no, but I have one for you. And you give them the coupon and then they look at it. You know, they look at, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? And they flip it over. This is what it does. So that's a good way to just meet new people out and about if you're comfortable with it. You know, they'll see what it is and they'll either say, oh my gosh, that's amazing. How does that work? Or whatever. Or they might say, that looks awesome, but I don't have enough money for it. And you can be like, well, we have a couple friends over and you can try it for free. Or get one thing that you do want to make sure that you do is always get their information. So 98% of the time, if you give someone your Blitz card, they're not going to contact you. Okay, it's just the fact. So always make sure you get follow-up information from them. So you can like have these little drawing slips and give them to them and be like, well, hey, do you want to try one, or do you want to get in a drawing for one for free? Have them fill that out. You have their phone information. You don't really have to have a free drawing, but you can call them up and say that they want a free party or something like that, and then you're going to get even more business. Or a really, really, really great way is to get them on Facebook. So if you're posting a lot on Facebook, you get them on Facebook, they're going to start seeing the products, they're going to start seeing the business, versus if you just had their phone number and, you know, you're obviously not texting them results all the time stuff. So getting them on Facebook is probably the best way to end up sealing the deal with them eventually. So blitzing is a good way to network and meet with people. And another good thing with blitzing is to get an It Works shirt. So this one says, it will change your life. And it says, it works. We have a lot cuter ones. This is like the unisex one. But we have products that say like, it works, and people come up and they say, what works? Or they'll be like, oh, you're an It Works girl. Do you have any wraps on you? I really want to wrap. Or, you know, what will change my life? You know, people, it'll start conversations. So I would say at least invest in at least one t-shirt that you can wear to like events, because we always wear our t-shirts to events. Well, you don't have to wear a t-shirt to go to the event, but, and then to always have on when you're out and about. I got one t-shirt when I first started and I wore it all the time. It said, have you tried that crazy wrap thing on the back? And I had people ask me all the time about it. And it was like worn out, and now it's holey and stuff. So, I mean, even if you just have enough money to afford one, just wear it like all over. So that's blitzing. Now I will get to the third way to network, which is my favorite, and that is social media. So, social media. I have done really, really well at social media, so I want to give you guys tips, because I know that's something that I like to give to all my new distributors is social media tips. So if I just have it in this one video to give to everybody, it'll just make my life a little bit simpler. Okay, so social media. Okay, so this is a really, 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 really great way to network with new people, because there are 7 billion people in the world, and I don't remember the statistic, but most of them are on social media, okay? Now, I don't use Instagram. I do use Facebook, though, so I will give you tips on using Facebook. But you can Google It Works Instagram, and you'll find a whole bunch of tips on using Instagram. If you're an Instagram person, I hear it's very, very successful. I just haven't had the time to try to learn it all, because I do pretty good with Facebook. So, okay. So with social media, you are now a business owner, okay? So one, you want to have like an open sign on your business, which means that you need to start posting about it. You don't want to make a separate business page for It Works, because with the business pages, they really don't show up in people's news feeds unless you boost them and pay for them to be shown up in people's news feeds. So you want to post about It Works on your personal page, but we'll talk about how you want to do that being personal and not spammy, so people don't think, oh, that's an ad, oh, she's annoying, you know what I mean? So you'll want to incorporate it into your daily life, and that'll show other people that they can incorporate it into their life. So open your business by always having, consistently posting daily about It Works, whether it's the products or the business or whatever. Consistently post every day, because that's like your open sign every day. If you quit posting for a while, like if you start and you're excited and you're posting much, and then you completely quit posting for a while, or you post a lot less, people are going to think, maybe this isn't, maybe the products don't work. Maybe this business isn't that great. So always consistently post. People, also, you want to have an attractive Facebook. So look up attractive marketing. You are now a business owner, right? So you don't want to post negative things on your Facebook. You don't want to complain about your baby daddy not giving you child support, or just anything negative. You want to try to avoid posting on your Facebook, because you are a business owner. People are going to want to join somebody who's positive, not somebody who's negative. They're going to want to order from somebody who's positive, and they're helping them out, and they seem like an awesome person. So one thing I'll tell you is try not to post any try not to swear, because now it's kind of like your business page too. So try to avoid swearing and any negative talk. We want to stay positive, and when you talk positively, positive things happen to you. So keep that in mind too. So let's see, when you are posting, so I say, post about It Works. Well, you don't want to post about It Works all the time, because people will start unfollowing you. They will think it's annoying. So make sure that you're posting, my goal is every It Works post I do, I try to do a non-It Works post. So, I'll do a results picture before and after somebody who wrapped, right? And I'll put a good status with it. One tip there is, you don't want to be post a results picture and be like, this is one wrap, buy one from me for $25 or $59 as a loyal customer. You don't want to do that, because that's kind of salesy, right? So instead, post a before and after picture of someone and be like, oh my gosh, these results are so amazing from one wrap. I can't even, what was I going to say? I can't imagine how she feels after having a baby or whatever, or something. As long as you're putting some sort of feeling into it, like you're excited for this person, you can't imagine how she feels. She has amazing results. It's creating a feeling for somebody, oh yeah, that's awesome. I wish that could happen to me, instead of just buy one for $25. I mean, you can say at the end, if you want to try one for me, you can buy one for $25, but make sure you're putting some sort of feeling and excitement in there, because that's going to get other people excited and they start to feel something from it. So always try to put some sort of feeling in there. So it works posts, non-it works posts. So non-it works posts can be like a selfie of you, I don't know, doing something, smiling because you're happy for the day. Pictures of your kids. People love to see your kids. Maybe your animals if you have animals and you don't have kids. People like to see pictures of your food if you're like going out to eat. Basically anything, or something that you're doing. If you're at the park, take a picture of your kid playing at the park. Anything you can think of, just go picture crazy. And even if you like to take a picture of you at a park one day, forget to post it, use it a different day, it doesn't matter. So try to do a non-networks post in between. And one awesome thing I want to say too is engagement posts. So I did a post in my group, in my team page, and it says engagement post is like the picture. And in the comments has all these different pictures of engagement posts that you can post. Basically, it's asking some sort of fun question for people to answer. So, for example, one is red or white wine. So you just make a fun status with it, like, I'm a red wine girl, what are you? And then people start commenting on it because, people like those fun little games and stuff. So people start commenting on it. And what this is going to do for you is the Facebook algorithm. So you only see about 7% of your friends' posts on your newsfeed. 7% of all your friends that you have on your Facebook. And how they determine that is the people who like and comment on your stuff, the people who you message back and forth. So, Facebook wants to show you the people that you interact with more because they know that's what you're going to like to see. So the more people that you can get liking and commenting, the more people you can message and have relationships with, build relationships with, the more those people are going to see your posts on their timeline. So they're going to see your It Works posts, right? So doing engagement posts with questions to get people to comment is going to make your post show up more. So I noticed that once I started doing posts like that, a lot more people started liking or commenting on my It Works posts that I didn't know were interested or anything like that before. So make sure you're posting consistently. I kind of went over that. Save posts from top leaders. So I know when you first start, you're like, I don't know what to post. Well, I did do a couple different posts in my team chat on posts to get, or product posts and business posts. So you can use those for examples to get some customers or distributors. And another thing that I still do is I follow some top leaders. So like some ambassadors. If you look in your wrap magazine that you got in your kit, there's tons of stories of ambassadors. I would highly suggest reading that because you're going to hear stories from all different backgrounds of people that now make a lot of money, how it's changed their life and everything. So go through that, add some of those people on Facebook. Well, you might not be able to add them because they might be maxed out, but follow them. You can even make it so you follow them so their posts show up first. So that's what I do. I have a couple leaders that I like their posts. I think they're very personal and not salesy, and I will click follow and I'll save it so that they see my posts first, or I see their posts first on my timeline, and then I will use their posts. So we say you can copy people's posts, just make sure that you're copying the right cats. Don't copy people that are posting spammy pictures. I do want to tell you that when you're doing a works post, you do want to avoid like Googling something and finding this picture of like It Works that says join my team for $99. You don't want to do that. I don't remember the last time I used to Google pictures all the time and use them. And then we learned differently that did not work. That looked bad for our company. It looked like we were spamming people, putting ads up everywhere. So don't Google pictures to post. What you want to do for posting is do as many selfies as you can. So instead of Googling a picture of hair, skin, and nails with the benefits, if you have hair, skin, and nails at home, hold up that bottle and do a selfie of you with it and say what it's doing for you. So that's a huge product post, is just taking pictures of the products that you're using and saying what it's doing for you. That's going to get people to stop and look at your your post, because it's a picture of you. People want to see more of you than ads. So they're going to stop and look at that post, and they're going to actually read it, okay? And it's creating a feeling for them too, because they're like, oh, it's working for her, and look, she's happy. So, maybe it would work for me. So try to do more selfies, pictures with your kids when it comes to business posts. Like, I'm working while I'm playing with my kids. And doing results posts. So on Facebook, on the It Works Facebook page and the It Works Instagram page, they have albums that have corporate approved pictures, and they want us to try to only post corporate approved pictures from now on. So find some before and afters. Like, what I did is I went through and I saved all them pictures in an album on my phone, and then try to post one of those every day or every other day. They're not that spammy, but what's amazing about those is they're showing people actual results of the products, and that's what gets people to believe in the products. So if you're thinking, I don't have people that want to use the products, they say no, they don't want to use it, they don't believe in it, whatever. If you start posting results of these pictures, these results pictures of these products, people start believing it more and more and more the more you post. So that's why it's super duper important to post consistently and to post results pictures. So posting results pictures, posting selfies of you using the products, those are really great product posts. And then business posts is posts of like if you sign up a customer, saying that you take a screenshot of the email that you get when you get a customer, put it on top of a picture of whatever you're doing. If you're sitting on your couch watching TV, or if you're playing with your kids or whatever, there's different apps that you can put the pictures together, and just say that you're making money from your phone helping other people while you're watching TV. Like, it just shows people that they can do this too, So that's another good business post, holding up 3 fingers or 4 fingers or whatever, saying that you're looking for 3 more people to help mentor and help them reach their goals by joining the business. So that's another good selfie that you can do for joining the business, holding up a certain number of fingers. If you look good, if you got your hair done or whatever, and you got makeup on, sit there and just do like a photo shoot, and then use those pictures throughout the week, or whenever. So let me see, I got some notes here. So saving posts from top leaders. So there is a button on when you're looking at a post, okay, there's on the top right of the post, there's an arrow button. If you click that, then you can click save post. So let's say that you're looking for some posts to do, but you don't want to copy and paste them and do it all at one time, because that's one thing that you do want to avoid too. You want to avoid posting more than once an hour, because Facebook thinks that's spammy, so they'll show your post less. So try to post at least, wait an hour to each post. So what I do is, when I see a post I like, but I've already made a post, or if I'm just going hunting for good posts, I'll click that button, that arrow button, and click save post. So that's going to save it. And then there's a way that you can actually, it's hard to do without showing you on my phone, but you can go and view all those saved posts. You can always Google it if you don't know how to do it. So you can go and Google all those saved posts, and when you're wanting to post and you're not sure what to do, go to those saved posts and copy and paste. And I mean, you can change up the words if you want to, change up the pictures. A lot of them are going to be personal, so it's going to be a picture of them, so replace it with a picture of you. But that's a really good way to just start learning of good things to post. Make sure that you're following top leaders. Make sure that you're following Pam Souter, Mike Patillo, Mark Pentecost, and It Works. Make sure you're following all their pages so that you know what's going on. And they give good tips and motivation and stuff all the time too. Let's see. Being personal versus spammy. We kind of already talked about that when it comes to posting. And then when it comes to messaging people, back in the olden days, they used to be like messaging like all these people on their Facebook and saying like, hey, have you tried the crazy rap thing? Or, hey, have you heard of It Works? Well, now we're trying not to do that because we don't want to be spammy, right? We don't want to look bad. So now we started doing more relationships. So like I said earlier, how we're like liking and commenting. So when you're on Facebook, okay, we all scroll on Facebook, right? Most of us scroll on Facebook a lot during the day. um, Instead of just mindlessly scrolling, start taking advantage of that time and using it wisely. So when if you have to scroll, if you have to take your time to scroll through Facebook, make sure that you're using it wisely by actually liking and commenting on people's things, because that's going to make your post show up more in their newsfeed. So don't just scroll through, start liking and commenting and building relationships with people, because people buy you before they buy the products. So if they think you're a positive person and you have a relationship with them or whatever, then they're going more likely to buy from you instead of somebody else. They like to believe, they like to know, trust, and like you before they buy your product. So that's why it's very good to be positive. It's very good to build relationships with people. So before you message someone that you like haven't really talked to about the business or anything, like and comment a couple things on their page and just say, message them and say, hey, you have a cute family or something like that, or you have cute kids. Find something personal to message them about. And and if you're posting consistently, which this is another reason to post consistently, is if you're posting consistently, it works is probably going to come up in the conversation without you even saying it. They might say, I've seen that you've been doing the It Works. I've been wanting to try that. I've gotten that so many times. Or they'll say, I have a friend that's in It Works, or I don't know, something like that. But, or, if you want to bring it up in the conversation, you can just say, hey, so what have you been up to? What do you do nowadays? And then they'll say, and then they'll ask you. And then that starts a conversation to say that, you're in It Works and blah, 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 blah. So, once you start a conversation, then it's easier to, maybe a week or a month later be like, hey, I hope you're doing really good. I just wanted to let you know that I'm looking for a couple product testers for my business, and I was just wondering if you'd like to help me out and be a product tester for me for 90 days, and I'll give you my discount. So just, not making it like spammy, just like friends, So that's why it's good to build a relationship first. Another tip is not to word vomit on people. So that's what a lot of us did when we first joined. When we started messaging them, we would just word vomit on them. Same goes for blitzing too. Just talking too much kind of scares people away, or if it's on Facebook Messenger, it's just too much for them to read, or they might be busy and they don't want to read it all right now, so they'll like not do it and then they'll forget all about it. So a tip for that is, like, for example, if somebody says, how much is hair, skin, and nails? Do not message them and be like, hair, skin, and nails is $55 retail price or $33 loyal customer price. And a loyal customer is purchasing once a month for 3 months, and you get 40% off discount, or you can pay a $50 membership fee. You also get perk point. Like, do not type all that. That is what I did in the beginning, and it did not help very much at all. So what we've learned along the way is to keep it short and simple. So, like, if somebody says, how much is hair, skin, and nails? Say, it's $55 retail price or $33 with our 90-day challenge. Period. Let them ask the questions, okay? Because that's going to keep the conversation going. A lot of times, too, you want to end with a question because they're more likely to respond. Because, on Facebook, people will forget to respond to you, or maybe they'll even ignore you. So don't let that get to you, too. A lot of people just forget, or they're busy or whatever. So try to keep it short and simple. Let them ask the questions. Try to end with questions so that they come back and answer it. And don't word vomit on them. Let's see. So follow-up is key. Okay, I don't know how much more to what's the word? I don't know how much more to express that. This is following up is key to your business, okay? Because when you first talk to somebody, like 90% of the time, they're not going to order right away the first time you talk to them. It's just a fact. So they say it takes about 7 to 21 times of following up with someone to actually get the order from them. So don't go into a conversation thinking, they're going to order and then get bummed out when they don't order the first time that you talk to them, okay? Because that's just going to bring you down. When you go into a conversation, just think about this is one of the 7 follow-ups, at least, that I need to do with them to get the order. Because you're always going to need orders, right? It's not like you need to have one right now. You're always going to need one every month, anytime. So, following up is super key. Don't just message them once. They say no, they can't do it right now, and then don't message them in the future. Always make sure that you write down their names. That's why we have the hundreds list. Make sure that you're writing down everybody's name, because if you don't, you're going to forget about them, especially if you are talking to a lot of people. If you're networking and talking to a lot of people, then you are going to forget about those people. I promise you. So make sure that you write every single person's name down. You might, maybe write down what product they liked or what product you talked to them about. This is another reason why you want to post consistently, is because when you post, you're going to find out more people that are interested in the products or the business that you had no idea were, right? So make sure that you're writing down all their names, everybody that likes your post, everybody that comments on your post. That's why it's so important to continuously keep posting. And even if you're not getting likes or comments on your posts in the beginning, just remember that people are still watching. You don't know how many times I've had somebody message me wanting to join or wanting to get a product or asking me more information about it that never has liked or commented on any of my It Works posts, okay? So don't feel like you're annoying people. Nobody's liking or commenting on my stuff. People are still watching. So, and back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, following up. So make sure when you go into a conversation, your goal is to get the next follow-up from them. If they don't order then, your goal before you leave that conversation with them, before the end of the day or whatever, you want to make sure to make it a goal to get a follow-up date from them. So what I usually say, most people say, oh, I don't have the money right now. Well, I would say, okay, that's fine. When do you think you will, and I can reserve your spot in my calendar? Or when do you get paid and I can reserve your spot in my calendar? I never have anybody that says, no, or something like that, They always say, oh, I get paid next Friday, or I don't think I can do it until next month, or whatever. So always make sure you get that follow-up date. One, because when you first start out, you don't want to annoy people. You don't want to keep you feel like you don't want to keep messaging them and annoying them. So if you make sure that you get a follow-up date from them, then you're going to feel so much comfortable messaging them when that time comes, because they know that you're going to be following up with them, okay? So that's a huge thing that a lot of new distributors, it's hard for them to get over following up with people because they feel like they're annoying them. So just make sure that you set up that follow-up date during your conversation. And the second reason it's important is because if you set up a follow-up date and you actually follow up with them on that date, you're way more likely to get them as a customer or distributor or whatever they want to do. So, when you do get that follow-up date, either put it in a planner. So you can buy a cheap planner at the dollar store. This one's not a cheap planner, but write their names down on that date, okay? So that you remember. If you use a planner, make sure that you look at it every day so that you don't forget. For me, I started having to use my phone because I just am holding my baby a lot of times when I'm talking to people, feeding her, whatever. She's laying in my arms. So I don't always have my planner with me when I'm talking to people to write the dates down, and if I don't, I'm going to forget. So I always use Siri. I just say, hey Siri, remind me to follow up with so-and-so on this date. And then the pop-up reminder always comes up, and if I don't do it, then it keeps coming up, and I just want to make sure I get that off of my phone. So it's a really good way for me to keep track of following up with people. So when that day does come, make sure that you follow up with them that day. Because if you wait even a day, sometimes people are like, oh, I just got paid yesterday, but now I don't have the money. So make sure that you follow up with them on that date, okay? And then if a lot of times they still can't do it, if they have some reason that they still can't order or join, so that's fine. Just get another follow-up date from them, okay? So that's another tip. I do have a video in my group page that is from Jade Hooper. She talks about a loyal customer script that she uses. And once I started using it, I started getting customers so much better. It's just a simple script that you can use basically with anybody, and at the end it reminds you to get that follow-up date. So I posted the video in here or in the group page, and I also posted the actual script. I wrote it all down just like she did, and it's like a PDF, so that way you can print it out and just use it. Eventually you'll pretty much memorize it. You won't need it anymore, but it's just something simple and duplicatable that we can teach our teams to do too. So following up is key. Do not be afraid to follow up. That is what is going to get you your customers in your business. You need to consistently follow up with people. People forget. People don't have money sometimes. I don't know. But telling you what, everybody most of the people that have signed up as a customer or a distributor with me, I've followed up with them probably at least 5 times before they ended up ordering or joining. So, and the last tip I guess I have for social media is adding new people. So, you have, when you first started this business, you have, your people, your friends from school, or maybe your acquaintances from school that you never really talked to, but they're on your Facebook because you guys added each other, your coworkers and stuff. It's kind of a lot of your warm market. You'll have people on there that you haven't talked to in a while, so you can start reaching out to them, just starting to build a relationship. Hey, what have you been up to? Blah, 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 blah. Kind of like we were talking about earlier. Just starting to reach out to new people that you haven't really talked to. But after that, networking by adding new people has been humongous for my business. When I first started posting It Works posts, I wasn't getting very many likes and comments and stuff. But once I started adding new people consistently, I started getting a lot more likes and comments. I would say about 95% of my customers that I have on my team and my distributors, I didn't even know before I joined this business. So that's why I'm telling you, when you get in this business, it's network marketing. So you need to network and meet new people. So luckily, we have social media, which is super easy to find new people. And what I personally like to do to find new people is I will go to one of my friends' page. I will click on friends on their page, and I'll click on suggestions. So this is going to show, a list of their friends. And I go through and I click add on anybody who is a female. I do not add males. And anybody who, it'll say how many mutual friends you have under their name. Anybody who has 3 or more mutual friends. So I think people are more likely to add you back if you have some mutual friends with them. Because I know for me, when people started adding me, even before this business, that didn't have any mutual friends with me, I was like, who is this person? I don't know this person, but if they had more mutual friends, and I was like, oh, okay, so you will be actually really surprised how many people end up adding you back. I send about 50 to 100 new each day. I add 50 to 100 new people. Well, I'll send more requests, and I probably get about half of them that end up adding me back, or sometimes a quarter of them, but that's still a lot. If you're doing it consistently every day, you're adding so many new people to your network. And I used to be kind of worried about that, this person's gonna see my life and stuff, but I've been doing this for 3 years. I've not had one negative thing come from adding people that I didn't know. So, and I've just had amazing things happen. I don't think I would have been able to quit my job right now if I didn't start adding new people on my Facebook. So I make it a goal because it was kind of hard to get used to doing that consistently. So I don't know about you, but before I go to bed, I like to mess around with my phone. I plug it in, look on Facebook, check my emails, whatever. I like to mess around with it for a few minutes before I go to bed. So I decided to use that time wisely, and instead of just messing around and scrolling on Facebook or whatever, I make it a goal to go to one person's page, click their friends, and add every single female on there that has 3 or more mutual friends. You just want to make sure that, obviously, don't go to an It Works, a friend on your page that's an It Works distributor and add their friends. No bueno, you don't want to do that. But, somebody who's not It Works. So go through and start adding those. So I made it a goal to do that every night before I go to bed. So it's like something that I have to do before I go to bed. And it's just kind of gotten into a habit. Like, I don't like going to bed without adding those people. And I know how much it boosts my business. So don't be afraid to do that. Now, if you're not posting consistently on your Facebook, you're doing that is not going to do you any good. So you need to make sure that you're posting consistently on your Facebook. You're adding new people. And you're being personal and not spammy. So, and you're messaging people. So that's another thing. If you're just posting is not asking. Okay, so I don't know how many times people will like a hair, skin, and nails post that I do, and if I never message them, they wouldn't become a customer. But because I still message those people that like it, I'll just be like, hey, I saw that you liked my post about hair, skin, and nails. I was just wondering if you wanted to be a product tester for me for it, and I'll give you my discount. And there's so many people that liked it, didn't comment, didn't message me about it, that I messaged them, and they signed up right then. Or they signed up, after a couple follow-ups. So always make sure that you're messaging everybody that likes and comments on your stuff. And adding new people, to get more people to like and comment on this stuff. And make sure that you're just messaging people, because posting is not asking. Messaging people is asking. So always be messaging people too. Don't just post and think that people are just all going to come to you, because that's not how it works, okay? For some people it does for some reason, but not for most people. So I think I know that training is kind of long. It's been like almost an hour. But that's a lot of good tips that I want to give to you as a new distributor. So just a quick recap. In order to be successful, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the products by using the products. You need to believe in the business by always being plugged in. Always, always, always. You need to make it a goal to do your steps to success every month. So running your ADBV auto shipment, getting customers, and getting distributors. And in order to do that, you are using the products and sharing them with other people, sharing them with your warm market, having parties, blitzing, using social media, posting consistently. I just went over social media, so I'm not going to go over all that again. But just doing your steps to success every month, believing in yourself, having goals every month is super important too. So writing down your goals and putting them in front of you so that you're motivated. I always have my steps to success out in front of me every month, just to show me, I need to fill these in, I need to get to work to get this filled out. And I'll have my goals. So my goals for the month, whether that be like a certain rank or how many parties I want to have or how many people I want to message, I have that goals right out in front of me. So it reminds me to get to work if I want to reach those goals. And you can make a dream board of like your long-term goals. I keep looking up because I have my dream board up above me. Whether it's to quit your job, have freedom, pay off your debts, things like that. Something to look at just to remind you of your goals, that you can do this if you put the work into it. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, you guys. It's, if you treat it like a hobby and work it like a hobby, you'll make hobby money, which that's okay too if that's what you joined for. If you join to make business money, then you need to treat it like a business and work it consistently every single day, okay? Yeah, you can take a day off or whatever, your Sunday relax day, or, whatever. Just make sure that you're working it consistently. Don't go a week without working it and then get back into it. It's just so much harder to do it that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this training. Whoever's watching it, I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to get back with me on any questions that you have. I forgot to say at the beginning to take notes, so I hope you guys took notes and wrote down any questions that you have. Ask me or your distributor that signed you up and sent you this video. So I hope everybody just really, what's the word? Just really, works this, get your goals in your mind, don't quit. The only way that you can fail is to quit, okay? So just keep learning and keep growing. That's what all of us leaders have been doing all the time. That's why we're always plugged in, is because we keep learning and we keep growing. The only way to fail is to quit. So I wish you success in your business, and we are always here to help you be successful. So have a good day.